Hey guys, Mitch here with the TheAudioDabbler YouTube channel. Today I am unboxing and testing a new microphone. It is the K670B by FiFine. It is a USB microphone that is class compliant, very similar to the more expensive microphones. It works with both iPhone, iPad, and PC and Mac. It comes with a really nice beefy USB cable that is about 6.5 feet in length. Sorry, I'm American, I don't speak the metric system. It also comes with an adjustable desk stand with 3 tubes that can make it from about 2 inches to 5 inches. The base has nice weight to it. It also comes with a 5/8 to 3/8 adapter so that you can use it with other stands. Now the microphone itself is of metal construction and it feels like it could take a beating. The mount screws off so you don't have to use the one that came with it. One neat feature is when it's mounted you can turn the microphone to adjust the position or the angle of the microphone. The ring that holds the mount onto the microphone is metal, but the mount itself is some sort of a composite material, but it feels nice and sturdy. It has a single volume knob on the front to control the gain and a 3.5mm headphone port on the back for direct monitoring. So how does the audio actually sound? Well, all of the audio prior to this has been recorded with the FiFine. Right now I'm using just the Rode VideoMicro attached to my Lumix, and it's about arm's length away. But when I was doing the voiceover for the unboxing, I had this about probably about this far, so not completely arm's length, but I wasn't like right on top of it. I didn't want to get the smooth talk, kind of, you know, that kind of talk with it. But so yeah, I mean, I think it was really decent, other than my awkward kind of script reading voice that I have. But other than that, I thought it was really good. So let's run through hooking it up. So this right here is a USB microphone. You've got the USB port on the bottom, and it comes with this really super long cable, and I can plug that right into there. And then for iPhone and iPad use, you'll need a camera connection kit. Now I don't have the old one. This right here is a camera connection kit 3. This is the one that has a little power thing on it. I don't have the old one. My old one broke finally, and but this does not require any external power, so you can just plug it straight into your iPhone or iPad. And I don't know if you can really see, but it does have a little blue light that shows up. And if I bring up just a simple audio share. Alright, so now I have both microphone here. I have screen recording, so it should pull up on the screen, but I'm just going to probably just switch between the different audios. And if I move this here, I can kind of project out either way, and you can kind of see this is a FiFine microphone, and I'm looking at the camera now, and this is the Lumix microphone, or the Rode Video Go FiFine microphone Lumix, and it should all be picking up. Now I will say that if you are kind of screen record with like audio share, make sure you hit the monitor on button, because if you don't, then it will not pick up any of the audio that you're actually recording via the screen recording stuff. So let me hook it up to the iPad, because I want to talk about, so when you bring it in, you have, it'll come up and it'll say like a left and right, but that's really, it's not really a left and right. From what I can tell, it's not really left and right. This is not a stereo microphone, and so like a few reviewers and stuff were talking about it being good for ASMR. It's not really good for ASMR because it's not stereo. You don't get that true stereo field because it's just a mono mic. Now something like my Zoom H4n Pro, that is stereo, these X and Y pads, and so as you're moving around this right here, you're going to get a true stereo image. But this one is not a stereo mic. And so just select the L and R. It don't really matter which one you select. And as far as the output goes, hardware, this is the microphone itself. It has that built-in headphone jack. I will say that the headphone jack monitors the audio direct. And so anything you are, when you're speaking into it here, it's coming directly out of the headphones, which is good, and it's nice to have that feature. That way you can just directly monitor exactly what's going in. But I would love it if there was like a little switch on the back to turn it from not direct monitoring, just to have it monitor the USB, because when you're have this just plugged in, and say you're on your iPhone, which does not have the headphone jack anymore, this is the XR, and they don't have the headphone jack on those, and so when you plug this in, you're limited to using this as your listening device, which is fine unless you're trying to apply effects and you just want to hear the affected audio coming through on your phone, then that will not work. Okay, so I'm not for sure if I fully explained exactly what I'm talking about. So this microphone has a headphone jack, and when you plug it into your iPhone or iPad, it becomes the output in lieu of the actual headphone port of the iPad or the iPhone. But the iPhone does not have a headphone jack, and so this is the listening device as well. But when you're using it for maybe audio production and you want to hear how the sound is going to be affected, like if you're running it through, I have a AUM session here, and just pretend, because I'm using this microphone right now hooked up to my phone to record this video, but just pretend like this is the FiFine microphone and the speakers are its output. Well, I'm going to hear the direct sound, so the sound is going from my voice to the microphone out this headphone jack, plus it's going out the USB into the computer, or in this case it's going to go into the iPad. Well, that is also in turn going to be processed, and then it's going to be sent out, lo and behold, this headphone jack. And so you would get a doubling feature or doubling effect, because you're going to hear the direct output and you're going to hear the affected output, which is not was not what I would want, which I'm going to show you in just a second how you can get around that on the iPads or any other device that still has a headphone jack. But on the devices that don't have a headphone jack, I would really like to see this as an option, a little button or a switch here to go from direct monitoring to USB monitoring, and so you would not get a direct, because the latency is still not going to be that big of an issue. I understand wanting the zero latency, but give me an option to just have USB and let me control the latency. If that's one of the only things I can say bad about this $50 microphone. I mean, seriously. But on the iPad it will, and it's just fine, because as soon as you plug this in, then you plug your headphone jack in, your headphones in. The audio inside of AUM or whatever DAW usually will convert back to the hardware output of the headphones, but you still have the input of the mic itself. And so that right there will work for that. But overall, I think this is a really nice sounding microphone, especially for the price. $50 or less than $50. It's just awesome. Alright, so let's just do a quick little sound test and compare. This is a ukulele, and I have the FiFine microphone plugged into my iPad. And one thing I'm going to do is bring up audio share on my phone here, and so it's just picking up with the microphone of the phone itself, and I'm going to place it here. Bring up audio share here as well, and so it's picking up from the FiFine. My phone is picking up from its internal microphones, and I'm just going to play a little on the ukulele, and then you can compare between, let me set that down. You can compare between the phone and the microphone. Is just do a little test to see the difference in the quality that you could get just by adding this into your iPhone or iPad setup, as opposed to the built-in microphones. And so I'll hit record and record. Let's get a little sync. Alright, let's bring that into some editing software and let's compare those. Alright, so I mean, it's a pretty decent comparison. I think this is a very good comparison between the FiFine and the iPhone, as opposed to comparing it to like an XLR, microphone, like a full-on like studio condenser mic. Don't know if this would be a good comparison, but I think with the quality, I think comparing it to what you can get with your iPhone versus what you can get with the FiFine, I think that's a more relevant compare. And so what I have done, and so I mean, let your ears decide. I feel like the FiFine done a little better at more dynamics and less noise than what your iPhone is gonna get. But I mean, the iPhone picks up really well, but the FiFine, I think, just edges a little bit on the room noise. And I've got Ableton Live pulled up here. I'm just gonna play you this file. This is just the end of the ukulele part. I'm just gonna play that for you. So let's stick the audio in right now. On this, what I really want to show you is, like, this is Ableton Live Lite. As I bring the audio level up, you can see how much more noisy this is the iPhone over here, and how much more noisy the iPhone looks compared to I'll zoom in right here, how much more noisy it looks when compared to the FiFine. And so that's where it really gets the edge, is it's not as noisy. It's a little more directional, I guess. The polar pattern makes it a little better, I think, for not picking up every little thing in the entire thing. I know it's picking up these chair squeaks. I need to get some oil and oil this chair. But like, I have a fan running, the air conditioner kicks on and off, and so the iPhone is just a lot more sensitive to everything, whereas the FiFine seems to reject a lot of the other stuff that the iPhone does pick up. And so I think that's where it shines. Alright, so in conclusion, would I recommend this microphone? I think I would, if you're on a budget and you need a pretty good microphone that's upgrades your current like iPhone settings. You will need a camera connection kit. This is the version 3 with the power, but if you want to take advantage of the new iOS 13 stuff, you'll want to get this anyway, because you can use this USB port for thumb drives and card readers and all that good stuff. And so this is already a good investment. And then if you already have that, then just plug this in and you're on to better audio quality of stuff. Especially if you do like Facebook Live, if you sell things like that on Facebook Live or YouTube Live or whatever else, then this would be great. I like it. So leave a comment below if there's anything that I missed, as far as like you wanted me to test this feature or that feature. There's not really too many features, but just let me know any kind of stuff that I can do, and I will definitely do that. And leave a thumbs up. That really helps ratings around here. And check the description for links to this and all the other gear that I use, and for a direct PayPal me link or Patreon if you're into supporting in a financial way myself or other YouTube creators. It really helps us out. And if nothing else, then I will talk to you guys later.